Hey, g'day people, it's Matt here from Matt Carve. So today we'll be carving with these two discs. They are from Kutzall, and one's an extreme and one's a coarse, two different shapes. I'm going to talk about that a little bit further on in the video, but they are great discs, and I'm going to show you how to carve this cool bowl. This is made out of Oregon, and I'm going to be just roughing it out in this video. These are my first impressions of these two discs. And I've also carved the outside of this boat, so that was quite a nice little project. So you had to sort of like make both sides pretty even. Okay, so we're starting off with the coarse disc. I'm not really sure why. I just had it on the angle grinder, and I thought I'll see how this one goes. Whenever I start carving with a new tool, I go very slowly and methodically. I've actually changed over to the extreme here, so I just wanted to sort of get rid of a lot of stock quickly. And I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the control of these discs. I'm just doing nice sort of like sweeping movements there. The downfall is you do create a massive amount of dust when you're making a bowl, because pretty much all that's removed is turned into fine dust. Okay, and so with carves like this, you're always going to find that it's easier to carve in one sort of position, and so the idea is to move the bowl around so you're sort of like suited into that position. And it kind of feels safer in certain positions, I guess, where you've got the angle grinder sort of like locked into your body there. It's always going to sort of like stop the kickback, but I didn't actually notice that much kickback in this. Here we are. We've gone back to the coarse burr. That's got more of a sort of shape to it. So I'm just like refining the shape of the internal part of the bowl. I'm just doing fine, sort of very light sweeps to take out the rough patches. Okay, so while the profiles of the discs, the one on the left is the shaping dish, which is really nice for those concaves, and the shaping disc, which is on the right, is actually pretty good for the convexes on the outside of the dish and just removing a lot of stock as well. Okay, so we're on to shaping the outside of the bowl now. So I've got those kind of flowing kind of parts coming out of the bowl, and I'm just going to put that in. And I am also going to shape the bottom of the bowl with probably the extreme disc. With this, it's a tool review, I guess, but I always preface these kind of tool reviews on how long I've had this tool for, and I haven't had these discs for very long at all, so these are my first impressions. Firstly, I love the control of these discs. They are very easy to use, and you can press them lightly and just remove a small amount of wood, or you can press them with a little bit more force and it will remove a lot more. I haven't had any kickback with it, but I'm not going to say that this tool doesn't have kickback because it's on an angle grinder. It's going to have kickback somewhere. They also look really, really well made, like all of the Kutzall burrs and discs. It's just a really nice tool to use. I'm really impressed with it. I think the discs are suited to maybe like this size project. I guess if you were going any bigger, you'd probably be using a chainsaw to shape out things, but you could still use these discs for certain parts of your carvings. Now, these are sort of like shaping discs, so the finish on them it's going to be pretty rough. I guess if you were doing really rustic kind of carvings, you probably wouldn't have to finish them. You could probably, I know they do a fine Kutzall disc. I'd like to see the finished sort of like surface on those. That would be quite interesting. But I did a lot of finishing on this bowl with other tools, which I will show you at a later date. Okay, so if you wanted to help out the channel, you can like and subscribe, or if you wanted to actually buy some Kutzall burrs, you can use my affiliate link that will give you a slight discount and give me a little bit of a kickback as well, so I can buy more burrs and maybe that fine disc burr. I mean, not burr, disc. I always say burrs. Anyway, you know what I mean.